All right, so this is round 6, halfway point of the season versus TUGA. I don't know what the hell they're called, but these guys. Um, I only got 3 fights, but they're 3 specific champs for one hard counter per fight. They did ban Corvus. I'm assuming it's because it's lessons learned from facing Sweet as Alliance last round, and there was a couple of Corvuses running around smashing. Um, I got a rank 3, so couldn't run them, but I had some other options. So I did do 2 rank ups for this round. We'll talk about them when the fights come up. First up, we're going to split path 4. I had the second fight against Chavez. This was a rank 2 7-star SIG 20. I have one, so easy to duel a couple of times, make sure I had everything down. I did take my Suicide Mastery loadout, and I just redid the offense because I didn't want to change up the other portions of the Mastery. I wanted Pacify and Petrify for this fight maxed out, which I knew my Mastery loadout for Suicide / Arena had it. So in this fight, that's what you're seeing I wanted to get a couple of those debuffs, so when I hit the SP1, I was good to go. Plus, I started with the PS1, no chances, no risk. I'm all in this season. You saw the big boost. I even had a Science, I think, special attack just to, amp up the flavor a little bit. Just plus, I have them and they were easy to get. And I got plenty of loyalty. PS1 was on. I needed it for this 7-star rank 2 Red Skull, which is going to turn out to be a freaking marathon. Now, my Terrax, I had awakened him, I don't know, maybe a month ago. Never had any ambitions to take him to rank 2 unless it was ever needed. I felt it was needed. I didn't have my go-to if I was taking path 3, which I am. And so Red Skull, Terrax, we have a guy that has a rank 3. His is a little bit higher sig than mine. Said, hey, man, get to the SP3, basic attack, rip them. Sounds fairly easy, but, the higher the sig, the better the damage for Terrax. Definitely an Ascendant 6-star would, sig 200 would have did a hell of a lot better. You'll see. So I watched a video that showed Terrax taking a Red Skull 7-star rank 2, but on section 1 of path 3. It's raining here, so if you hear all of that, my bad. And it didn't seem too difficult, right? It kind of sounded like what my buddy said in the other BG, how to do this fight. What you're seeing is it's not going to go well. And he's going to get up to 10 armors here, and I'm going to be just glancing. There I get clipped by the SP2, gaze watching his side of the screen, looking at the time check. That's why I got hit with it. And so, yeah, I get to the SP3. I'm like, all right, let's see something good here, right? And it's like okay damage. It is a chunk, I guess, for a 7-star rank 2 on this. But you see his armors, man. He's got more armors than I have armor breaks. So I need the rock field to stack on there. And then I'm refreshing it by doing every 4th light, right? So like medium, light, to keep them refreshed so that I have a chance to get back to rock field. I think what I should have did in here was added more heavies. In which, that's one of his big damage resources. But I also wanted to keep what I started realizing here, and this was maybe where I was doing too much thinking. It's like, watch, Rockfield's you want the armor breaks, right? You want the armor breaks so that you can start, like, basically doing damage. Stop the glance and shit. And what is it, 245? We're close again in health pool race. I'm still not happy with the damage, and I kind of get into the groove. If I'm not mistaken, I don't get clipped at all again. This is just chip damage, and I don't want to take too much. Of course, when he throws SP1, you got to worry about a few things, but notice the auto block, that kind of stuff. Even though I can't be power drained, I still take energy damage if I do hit him. his block, for example. So we're getting back up to the SP3. And at this point, I'm like, it did do some damage. Let me stick back to it. I'm definitely going to, when I share this vid, I'm sure I'll get some, some input. Hey, you played like shit, whatever. I mean, I don't die, but I don't play great. And if I was to take this fight again because of a Corvus ban, I definitely need to get a fight strategy down that's way better than this one. And you'll see, I'm seeing the damage. Like, okay, we're at a minute and a half approaching. And it's getting a little nerve-wracking. I've used King Groot here before, a couple of seasons ago. And, King Groot can work. But it didn't go well when I tested him against Red Skull after the buff. I have a 6-star rank 5 Red Skull. I love him, so I know how to fight him, and I know it's how problematic he can be, and we're seeing it. You see there, I backed off. I took that energy damage. My health pool is, in a shaky spot. I'm sure when the fellas see this again, be like, man, what are you doing, bro? And I'm boosted. I think I even had cosmic power backs on this. And that's just, I did everything I could to squeeze out Terax because I knew he was low sig. I had a guy that I knew from the old alliance was like, he uses Terax a lot. He's like, what sig is he? I said 20. He's the brother, you better strap on your seatbelt. And when I told him it was a 7-star rank 2 Red Skull, he's like, man, it's gonna be a little bit of a lengthy fight, but you can do it. But yeah. Anyway, the marathon was over. I'll let the guys tear me up or provide some input, whatever. Next up is future Ant-Man. I've seen Terax take this fight, same placement, do super well. Same guy I was talking about in my alliance. He took one here and then one of the other BGs. Man, he smoked this future Ant-Man. But I rank 5 my red Magneto. I've been overdue to do it. Wait out the armor, let the magnetism stick, and then it's just basically parry heavy. You could go light heavy after the parry if you get to the SP3. I can tell you that, do I notice a difference from my rank 4 to the rank 5? Yes. The difference is he's hitting harder, for one. I mean, that's obvious, but yeah, man, the damage is way better for this rank 5 versus the rank 4. I was kind of like, oh, wow. Here, yeah, I got the SP3. I kind of want him to throw that SP1 first, power dump it before I launch it. And I'm just blocking these. I'm not even being fancy. Throw this, heavy charge a little bit, and then throw the SP3. And this is it. The fight's over, pretty much. You'll see it. SP3, and then, shit, watch this. It's just no chance. Anyway, we're in a dogfight. Hopefully we pull this out. Deuces.